around doing stuff with Dylan. We got this Nissan Sentra. We're gonna be doing a tranny in it. We're getting a new one. We're gonna take the old one out, put the new one in. A lot of people take the intake off to get to the starter a little easier. This is just how I did it. I don't pull the intakes.
All right, guys. Here we are on this 2018 Nissan Sentra. This one, there's not a lot going on up top. I took this clip out of the top of the shifter. I unbolted that because it has to happen anyway. Those were 13s. I took the battery out, 10 hold downs. You got 13s here. If you want to take them loose that way. There's a 10 there. They just kind of came off for me. But there's only one bell bolt, and it's right up in here. It's an 18 millimeter. It's the only one you got to take out from the top. And other than that, the top is done. So we're gonna have to take this off. But it's pretty self-explanatory. One of my subscribers said taking the intake off is really easy and it's easy to gain access to the starter, but I really don't see it. So if I have a lot of trouble with the starter later, you'll see, but it might be easier for you guys to take the intake off. That's up to you guys. There's my top bell bolt. There's all the stuff I took off of the top. And there's my battery. So that's all I took off. Right there is where I got my wrench at. I'm just gonna use a pry bar against the block to loosen that 18 on the top of the starter. Got that top starter bolt out. Bottom starter bolt came out with that setup right there. 18 wobble air ratchet came right out. Got the big starter off with this 12 short gear wrench. You can see I'm getting the starter out of this hole right here. I took the top signal wire off with this. It is a pain in the ass. So it might have been easier to take the intake off. But I'm here now and I got it out. So I just got my first converter bolt out. Used this ratchet with a 14 black socket. I put it in there, rotate it till it hits the block. I use my fork and pry tool to push up on the end of my ratchet so I don't bloody my knuckles. That's the setup I used on these 4 bell bolts. I'm sitting here draining this unit, and I just wanted to show you the one thing that I noticed that seems different on this and the older ones is this piece. I don't recall being there, so it makes it a little more difficult. I don't think I'm gonna have to remove the subframe, but we'll see. All right, here's a little trick I use on these Nissans. They come with these little pieces here in the dipstick tubes on the new units. So I just stick those in the coolant pipes to keep them from dripping on me the whole damn time. There's a dimple in it already. That's primarily what I use this for. Lower it down some. I'm going to take this mount bracket off the side of the transmission. They're 16s. Alright, we got that off. Bolts back in it so I don't get confused. This thing should come out of here. Oh yeah, it's gonna come out. I've got no doubt. Go ahead and get my pry bar out. Make sure the wires are coming too. Clear right here, and the dipstick too.
sensors are right there. Be careful. Go back up. Fuck it up. Just to rotate forward a little more. Get that sensor out and then go forward. And then start coming out of the unit. Alright. Come on. Be careful, guys. And then rotate it back when you can. It's not so awkward. Then you can come on down. All right, here you can see where the top bell bolt is, right here. All right, guys, one of the things you got to make sure you check on these, or every transmission, is you always got to have two dowels. There's one dowel, two dowels. There's no dowel stuck in this core, so I should be in good shape. Now I'm going to want to make sure I line the torque converter up close. That actually looks pretty close. Hopefully be able to get my hand in there and, line it up. You gotta look for studs on here. Sometimes these Nissans have extra studs that have to go in certain holes in the flywheel. So you gotta look for that. But it's ready to go up. Can't stare it in. Out of the way. Stick your cable up there. Put your wires out of the way. Make sure you get your dipstick in. Should be good to go up. Remember when we came out with this, we had to tilt the top up and then rotate it a little bit. So. This is what we're watching here. Wiggle, wiggle. Alright. Now you gotta square it up. Rotate it back, flatten it back out. Close. I'm going to stick my finger up in that starter hole. Get that flywheel lined up. Alright. One thing I always like to do is I'll put a long pry bar in between the frame and the transmission. That'll apply pressure to push it together. And then, make sure everything's lined up. There it went. You know. Feel the stud coming through. Got all pressure on this one. I don't want it to come back apart. Grab one of my belt bolts and stick it in there. Hold it together. Alright, I'll show you what it looks like when I'm filling it. I gotta blast this thing together, guys. So that's what it looks like. Going out, coming in. I showed you all the steps. You can see it's mated together. Just so you know the pump's not bad, or when you make that clicking noise, you know that's good. And you can see the back is all the way together. Thanks for watching, guys. That's
how you fill it on these ones. Just pump it up through the hole in the pan. Oil. All right, it's coming out. Now I'm going to put a plug in it. Four and a half. Give an extra half a quart. They say they'll vent what they don't need, so want to make sure there's plenty of them. All right, tighten this up. We should be good to go. Thanks for watching, guys. Got about 4 hours in it. A little more than I'd like to have in it, but I got it done. Guys, programming it. People always ask if I gotta get these Nissans programmed, and we always have Joe come and program them. Manufacturer warranty requires they have updated software. When he's programming them, he always makes sure they have good battery voltage. I think that's important. But he does all the button pushing.
Alright guys, I got done with this Nissan Sentra. Took me about 4 hours out and back in. It's really not too bad. I don't know what they call for, but that's how long it took me. We had to get it programmed. I got a little video of us programming it. We had Joe come and program it. It worked out pretty good. I'm going to stick a couple videos up over there. If you want to check them out, I'd appreciate it. I'll stick a subscribe button up there. That's the easiest way to support my channel. It's free, doesn't cost you a thing, and it's really supportive to me. So thanks for watching, guys, and we're on to the next one.